I was coming back, I'm like, I think I can make that. I might be able to catch that. And so I just took off. It was like, it was kind of just a will thing. Like, just took off. It was like I got to give myself a chance to at least catch it. Dove for it, caught it. But I think those are just one of those things where, like I said, had to make up for earlier, and then also like you got a rookie quarterback in there, thrown into a tough situation. When you make plays like that, I think that just kind of salvages trust within with the quarterback. Just understanding that you're going to put it all on the line for for him. So it was just a will type of thing, and all my teammates kept talking about it after the game.
Good blocking on the perimeter, and that opens it up for Tyler Scott.
It is Tuesday. You know what that means. It is time for the Tyler Scott Show. And joining us right now, Bears rookie wide receiver, Tyler Scott, joining us. Listen, I'm so happy because, listen, I still rock the Bears gear. You got the beanie. You got, by the way, I need that beanie. Just putting in an early Christmas list. We are a bit down, but not deterred. How are you feeling, Tyler? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Tuesday, we got a 24-hour rule there at Hallis, and you got 24 hours of salt. Feel how you want to feel, and got to be ready to come in to work and get prepared for the next week.
Yeah, we're turning the page on everything that happened over the weekend. Although I will say once again, I thought that your effort on a 7-yard reception, again, the place lit up. When you did that, what is that? Yeah, what is that like? You're like, especially when it's your guy Tyson out there back at quarterback, that you look determined. You're like, there's no way I'm going to let this ball fall.
Yeah, no, I had dropped a screen pass earlier in the game, and so I had to make up for it. And I was sitting there like, I got to get my hands on another ball. Like I got to. And I ran like a go route, and I turned around, seeing that he was kind of getting flustered in the pocket. And seen him kind of scramble like to his, to my right, his left a little bit, and just try to come back to the ball. And I seen him kind of, I don't know, actually I don't know if he was necessarily throwing it away or what. I thought his arm got hit.
Yeah.
And so, because the way it looked like the ball was kind of like twirling, like kind of like in a kind of a weird, kind of awkward way. And so I kind of, as I was coming back, I'm like, I think I can make that. I might be able to catch that. And so I just took off. It was like, it was kind of just a will thing, like. Just took off. It was like I got to give myself a chance to at least catch it. Dove for it, caught it. But I think those are just one of those things where, like I said, had to make up for earlier, and then also like you got a rookie quarterback in there, thrown into a tough situation. When you make plays like that, I think that just kind of salvages trust within with the quarterback. Just understanding that you're going to put it all on the line for for him. So. It was just a will type of thing, and all my teammates kept talking about it after the game.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm curious if like people do notice that, if they could pick up on that and the effort and everything like that. And I know that you had you mentioned the 24-hour rule, but what was your biggest takeaway from Sunday's game? Because I know like it obviously didn't go the way that anybody wanted it to, but what was the biggest takeaway that you took? And now what are we doing looking forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big takeaway is kind of you seen Justin going down and then I think early in the third quarter, and really having a Tyson thrown into a tough position there, and just how much like just a lot of people can just be one play away, and I think that can even just go back to even in my scenarios of Chase being gone, and then EQ getting hurt, and then boom, just like that I'm up next, and so just really just preparation, just being prepared for the moment, and I just think Tyson, he did a great job being prepared for the moment, coming in, not really missing a beat too much, and just his confidence and command in the huddle was good. And so I think we all have full confidence in him, and we're gonna have to see what happens moving forward. But I think just the preparation and how important being prepared is for a moment. I think it was the big takeaway for me.
How do you prepare for something like that? Because obviously you mentioned Chase Claypool being traded. Equanimeous St. Brown, we knew throughout the week that he was going to be inactive for Sunday's game. Tyson goes into Sunday, with limited reps, if any. Mm-hmm. And you expect Justin Fields to finish that game unless perhaps it's a blowout and we're winning. How do you prepare for a situation like that where you basically don't get a large opportunity to take all those first team reps?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough as a quarterback because you're talking about timing with a receiver. I mean, there's just so many different things that goes down there. Just connections, which is huge. That's huge. Having a connection with the your teammates and the offensive line with check calls and things of that nature, and just really understanding the game plan. But you have to really be locked in on those mental reps. The times that you're not in, you have to be truly locked into everything. Everything the offensive coordinator is telling Justin and the quarterbacks coach is telling Justin, just we're locking into every little detail because one play away, one, fluke injury away from boom, you're in there. And everything that we put in for the week, every little detail that was stressed for that week, you're expected to execute. So, it's a tough situation, but, it's a tough game. But, I think, like I say, I think he did a great job preparing. And that's one thing I've noticed, just coming in from rookie minicamp, with Tyson is that every time I seen him, he was constantly, always studying. I sit next to him on a plane at times, and I always see him with his iPad open, watching film. Whether we had just walked off the field, he was watching film of the game we had just played. On the plane ride home. And so, like I said, I think he was just always locked in with everything, just understanding that. His time could come at any point, any moment, and I think he just did a great job of preparing himself and it seemed like he did, when, like I said, while he was out there in the huddle, the calls he made, things of that nature. It definitely seemed like he was locked in and prepared, for, the opportunity that may occur.
What's it like when the quarterback goes down and you say that Tyson came in and commanded the huddle? Does he do
Mhm.
anything? Is it like the movies where he comes in like Keanu Reeves and gives a speech, or is it just pretty nonchalant of like, hey, I'm the quarterback now, let's go?
Yeah, I think it's more the second one. It's just kind of like not really necessarily a speech, but it's just kind of like he, comes in. He's like, all right, bringing in guys. He's making the calls, and you could tell like he's got the count. He's not stuttering. He doesn't seem like the moment's necessarily getting too big for him. It just seems like he's just cool and calm and just collected, understanding that we're here for him, and we're also encouraging him as well. Understanding that's a tough situation to be in. As teammates, you want to just continue to encourage him. He had a tough start there got the ball out quick on the first pass, and I think maybe a play or two later had a strip sack that ended up resulting in a touchdown. That's tough. Coming in
Yeah.
and one of your first couple plays, you go for strip sack. That ends up in a touchdown. So really, like I said, just continuing to be there for him was huge. Just continue to have confidence in him and understanding that we were here for him, working together. And so, like I said, I think he did great. Like I said, just his composure that he had was good.
Yeah, it is one of those things. Have you ever been in a situation at any level where they've made a switch like that and you could see the guy and you're like, oh wait, this guy, it's just not going to go and not necessarily the quarterback, but I mean,
Mhm.
I've played sports where you're like, or played against people where you're like, oh, that right fielder doesn't want to be out there. I'm going to try to go
Yeah,
that way.
yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation like that?
I don't think I've been in too many. Luckily, I've been in some pretty good programs. I
Mhm.
think across my years, to where it was like, okay, it seems like we're okay. Um, I think there was one situation in my high school when I was in high school. Um, our starting quarterback, it was going in, I think it was my junior year.
Yeah.
Yeah, junior year, our starting quarterback, who we had trained with, worked out with, he gets hurt like I think like a week before our first game. And so he's out for the season, I think it was. He was out for pretty
Yeah.
much the whole season. And our backup had to come in. And this is not one of those stories. It's actually credit to him. Shout out to Larry. Shout out to Larry. But he did a great job just stepping in and taking command and he just did a great job. So like I said, I've been blessed to be in a lot of great programs where we've had guys to step up and they took and seized the moment. So yeah, I haven't really like I said, I think came across any, but yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think in high school, our backup quarterback was actually cockier than our starter for no reason. And it was like, why does Greg think he's better than Mark? Like, I don't know, but he apparently
Yeah,
he
yeah.
does. It is one of those things. But what is it like? It was kind of the way the NFL works, it's usually a lot of secrecy around injuries and things like that. Matt Eberflus
Mhm,
was very quick to be like, hey, look, it's doubtful
mhm.
he's gonna play this week against the Las Vegas Raiders. What is it like for you guys when you come back to the building and you're like, okay, well now everything's squared away.
Mhm.
Tyson is likely to be the starter. How does the mood change, or does it change at all?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll kind of see as the week goes on, but I think with the group of guys that we have, we've been thrown so much, over these past, 7 or so weeks, since the season started. We've been thrown so much. We've had to just continue to take it and, continue to fight. And that was one of Coach Fluce's, speeches there at the end of the game that he told us after the game was, we faced adversity. We faced adversity, in the middle of the game. A quarterback goes out, new guy has to step in, and we didn't mope around on the sideline. Guys didn't. Oh man, we're done. Like that wasn't the mentality of the team.
Right.
We stared it in the face, and we had a chance to win the game. Like we had a chance. We were driving, had a chance to win. Gave ourselves a chance to win. And I think moving forward, I think it's going to be huge for the defense. We're going to really need to lean on them. Having a young guy, who's going to be thrown in, situations. It'll be interesting to see how, like I said, moving forward, how teams prepare and plan for him. But the defense is going to be huge. Understanding that we have someone different, and that's kind of how we were thinking. When we had a lot of our starting DBs that went down. We understood that we're going to have to put up close to 30 plus points a game. So I just think that we just have to continue to play complementary football, and like I said, it's next man mentality at the end of the day. And yeah, so I think, like I said, I think we just have to continue to trust one another.
Yeah, and I thought the defense played exceptionally well.
Yeah,
Even without Justin Jefferson, that's still a very
yeah.
good offensive football team. It feels like the defense has really been taking steps forward each and every week.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely, definitely, definitely. That's huge. That's huge. Like I said, you got some guys back, which you could tell, you could see it on the field, and like I said, I think they've been playing hard. They've been playing hard for sure, and the biggest thing that Coach Flus really tries to stress is the turnover battle. We want to be plus two, in the turnovers,
Yeah.
but that also means the offense doesn't have to. We can't be giving up the ball, and that's something that we have to do a better job of ourselves. Is not giving up the ball, and even if we do, to make sure that they get on the ground. I think out of the, I think we've had like three, like whether it was like pick sixes or strip sack sixes, that
Yeah.
just can't happen. That just can't happen. And we have to find a way to get those guys on the ground to give our defense a chance, to do their job, because we're not, if you got, your receivers as leading tacklers on the team, like that's not good. Or not necessarily leading, but just having tackles on the stat sheet,
Yeah.
that's not good, So, that's the one thing that we have to do a better job on our part of cleaning up. But yeah, our defense has been phenomenal.
The defense has been pretty good, and now we're going to get to see Tyson with a full week of practice.
Yeah.
How big is that? To be able to go into a week where he's likely to be the starting quarterback. How big is that for you and everybody to get adjusted to build chemistry and things of that nature?
Yeah, definitely necessary. Definitely necessary. Just to get the timing down of things, understanding that he operates a little bit different. And also that he may throw a little bit of a different ball as well, than Justin. So just having that timing between all the receivers, having that communication with the offensive line, understanding checks, protections, understanding route adjustments, things of that nature. And understanding too that he's got the keys. At this point, he's kind of the one really kind of running the show, calling the shots. He's got the ball in his hands, most of all. And so, understanding too, like just giving him that confidence, that at the end of the day, he's brought here for a reason. He's in this position for a reason. He earned it, from when he first came in through rookie minicamp. And like I said, I think it's just huge that we continue to give him that confidence. And as an offense and even as a team, we just continue to, hold him up and just to, show how much we do trust him and, do it by, like I said, maybe it's, stretching out, running 15 yards backwards to go make a catch. Like I said, those things are little things like that. I feel like are huge, for a quarterback's confidence when, he can really trust his teammates.
It's been pretty impressive because the Bears have had veteran quarterbacks on this roster, including PJ Walker, who just won a game with the
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns, and Nate Peterman, who's a veteran NFL backup who's played for a number of teams. I think it kind of speaks to what Tyson Bagent has been able to do over the last couple of months, and I think that it really shows something from him.
No, definitely, definitely. I mean, like I said, he was brought here for a reason. Chicago's seen something in him, and he's done a great job so far. He's done a great job so far for sure. So it's his opportunity to kind of step up, and we can see what he could do.
And just for the record, because I know how the Chicago media works and everything like that, there's no quarterback controversy. There's nothing brewing like that. Like, it's just that, it's the next man up and he needs to go out there and perform.
It is definitely, no, definitely, 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 it is.
But you've had a chance to work with him because you're a rookie and everything like that. Do you
Mhm.
Do you practice more with him in practice or anything like that? Because sometimes when you see the backup come in, there's some other guys that they're familiar with. Have you had an opportunity to work with him extensively?
Yeah, I'd say it was more so early on than now.
Mhm.
Recently, especially since the season started, it's been more with Justin. I do take some scout team reps with him at times, just throughout the week. But yeah, it's been more so Justin through the season. But like I said, starting with rookie mini camp, I seen a bulk, a lot of him, through training camp as well. Taking a lot of the twos and second team reps, so I was able to get a lot of work with him. Just kind of see, get a feel for just the way he throws the ball, things of that nature, timing. So yeah, I've definitely had some work with him, and even like I said, off the field as well. Just kind of like I said, seeing him on the plane, sitting next to him, just kind of talking through different things, and through rookie mini camp and also through OTAs and training camp and things like that. I would hit him up sometimes just to see, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? So,
Mhm.
what's this, adjustment protection, yada yada yada. Just trying to continue to learn the playbook. We're just kind of trying to learn it together. And so, yeah, definitely had some time with him on and, off the field.
What else? Yeah, what do you do what's he into off the field? Is he like a big Star Wars guy? Does he read comic books? Like what's he all about?
Yeah, no, he's super laid back, man. He's super laid back, dude. He loves to fish. Kind of
Oh,
like a country dude. He just loves to fish. He talks about that a lot, which I also do as well. I haven't done it as much recently, but growing up, that's one thing I love to do. So that's where we kind of connected as well. But yeah, no, he's like I said. I mean, he's just super laid back, chill dude. Possibly might have to get him on the show soon.
well, that was the
But
thing. It's like we were gonna try to get him on last week, and now he's gonna be a big star. Like he's not gonna want to come on with us.
I know, but no, I mean, yeah, I think we can get that in the works here soon for sure.
That'd be pretty cool. Maybe we could go out fishing. So I'm not a big fishing guy. It's not that I don't like it or anything like that. It's just not something that I grew up with. I mean, like people are different. Like I grew up with video games. Like that's my thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I was my mother was not a big outdoorsy person. So she was
Okay,
she
okay.
was she would sit there and play Mario Kart with me as opposed to like sit there and like
Oh wow.
like some parents are like outdoors. I actually benefited from the fact that my mother loved playing video games. Like, okay, like she's
Mhm.
like, don't go to bed yet. Like, yeah, one more game of
Oh
Mario. Like,
wow.
all right,
Oh
all right,
wow.
like, okay, let's play one more game. Yeah, like I'm mom, I gotta go to bed. She's like, no,
Right,
we're
right,
doing this.
right,
My dad was a late early to the bed person, so it was just usually the two of us. Like, okay, let's just
right,
play, let's just fire it up.
right,
She'd be like, "Is your homework done?" Like, yeah, good. Like, okay, here we go. Turning on the
right.
Nintendo,
Let's
we're
tune it
ready to
in.
go.
Let's compete.
Oh man, so that's good to know. So all right, so I like this. I like what we got going on.
Yeah,
By the way, so we got the Raiders at home again. And by
we
the way,
do.
I,
We
I want
do.
to let everybody know that if you can't go to the game this week, the best place to watch the games are the Game Room Chicago, located at the historic Chicago Athletic Association Hotel. It's right across from Millennium Park, and it features billiards, shuffleboard, skee ball, pop-a-shot, and so much more. And it has plenty of space to watch your favorite game. With a menu featuring Michelin-starred chef Mari Katsumura's snack foods, beer towers, a weekend Bloody Mary bar, and shareable signature cocktails, Game Room Chicago is the place to be on game day. If you can't go to that game, go to Game Room Chicago. It's a classy joint. You'll love it. You'll have a good time, and you can keep an eye on all the other games, which also helps you with your fantasy football as well. But this week we got the Vegas Raiders. What do we know about them so far? How are we going to end this losing streak at Soldier Field? Because I truly believe it's going to happen this week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, we're currently still kind of diving into him a little bit. First and foremost, I gotta shout out, player over there who, I'm gonna be going against former teammate Trey Tucker. Also, my
Yeah.
brother grew up with him since I was little, so we're gonna get a chance to finally go at it for the first time, which is fun. He actually texted me yesterday. He said, "You're on the clock." I was like, "Yep, you're on the
Ooh.
clock as well." So yeah, no, this it should be a good one for sure. But yeah, yeah, they're more like I said, quarters team. So usually that means you got more aggressive safeties. When you're looking at that, they have Marcus Peters over there, a guy who's been doing this, for a while now, and he's had a lot of success as well. And then I think over there at the other cornerback, they had a rookie who was over there, Bennett. I want to say Jacarian Bennett. I want to say
Yeah.
is his name. Yeah, taken out of Maryland. He was a speedster, ran like a 4.3 or something like that there in the combine. But I think he got hurt or left kind of midway through the game. So we'll see if he's active this week. But yeah, like I said, more aggressive safeties types team. Offensively, obviously, you see they got Devontae Adams, who
Yeah.
is top 5 receiver, no hands down for sure in the league. But they do have some quarterback question marks, I guess you could say. I seen O'Connell, the rookie they had a few weeks ago, and then last week I think they had Brian Hoyer back there taking some snaps as well.
Hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see how that does. They have Josh Jacobs, who's always a threat there. He's definitely one of the top running backs in the league as well. But it looks like they've kind of had a roller coaster type season for sure over there. But like I said, I think it should be a good one. They barely squeaked out of the New England Patriots game, and we kind of know how New England's been playing over the past couple weeks. So I feel like for them
Yeah.
that had to be a must win game for them for sure. So they could be, feeling good about themselves. I think they've won, what, 2 in a row or so?
Something like
Um,
that. Yeah.
yeah. So I
Listen,
think
we don't
they're,
pay attention to the Raiders. Like,
yeah.
what?
I don't know. I mean, I've been watching just because, like I said, my guys over there.
Here
But
he's over. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah. So they could be feeling good about themselves. So like I said, we'll see what happens this week, and would be a great time to get them.
What is it like having one of your friends playing on the other side of the football? Like, do you dap him up before the game? Do you not like to talk to him before the game? Or is it like, I don't know. I don't even know if I would be able to talk to my friend if he was on the other side of the ball until the game is over.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I mean, kind of through the first couple weeks, I've came across some guys. I've never been as close to any of the guys that I've came across so far that I will be with Trey.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing Defoe, Derek Forrest, who he played at Cincinnati when I was a freshman. So he left after that year, my freshman year. So, but we were familiar with each other, pretty cool. And he came up to me before the game. I was warming up. He
Yeah.
came over to me before the game. We dapped up, talked for a quick second, and then we talked again a little bit after. I went and seen Ivan Pace this past game, played for the Minnesota
Oh, yeah.
Vikings. So yeah, I seen him. I gave him a wave. We didn't say anything before the game, but we waved at each other because we were standing across from each other on a kickoff.
Yeah.
And we seen each other. We just kind of gave ourselves a little head nod, and then we said what's up after the game and talked for a pretty good while. Same with Josiah DeGuara. Josiah, he was out of Cincinnati. He left my freshman year as well, or after my freshman year. We didn't talk before the game. That was something that we did after the game. So I think, like I said, it just depends on the person. So we'll see. We'll see. I feel like for us, it might be one of those things where we'll kind of see each other and we'll kind of smile at each other or something to give like a
Yeah.
little, what's up. But
Oh my
all the talking
gosh.
will probably happen after the game.
That's so funny. Like the whole notion of that, of like you guys being across from each other on kickoff, just waving,
Yeah.
like you forget sometimes they're human beings with actual
Yeah.
feelings and friendships and connections. And for the record, the Raiders have won I can't believe the Raiders have won back-to-back games. But they beat the Packers a couple of weeks ago on Monday
Yep.
night. Was it
Yep.
Monday
Yep.
Night Football?
Yep.
And then against the Patriots. It ends now. This is where it
Yes. It
stops.
is
I told
now.
you,
It
and I
is
told you,
now.
like I went into Sunday's game, like I was filled with confidence, and I was ready to go, and I was hurt again, Tyler. I'm going to tell you, but it's okay. I'm back. I'm back again. I know people, they roast me on the internet, and they're like, I think
Yeah.
it's funny that I'm like, listen, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to love.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm in this. Like being a fan can be somewhat
I'm in it.
irrational, anyways. Why not
Mm-hmm.
invest yourself into this? So I
Yeah.
still believe. Listen, until we're eliminated, till the season's over, till somebody wins that Super Bowl, like I'm gonna still be of the belief that this is gonna be.
We're still in it. Everything we want is still right in front of us.
Yeah, and it goes back to what Justin had talked about a couple of weeks ago, where again, going back to what the Lions went through last season, they were 2-6, and everybody was making fun of Dan Campbell, and like, oh, the biting kneecaps things, and it's rough right
Mm-hmm.
now. Like, unfortunately, being unable to close out that game against Minnesota made it a little rough. But again, like one win changes everything, so it feels
It
like
does.
we're good, right? We're gonna get this one, right?
No, it does. It does. No, definitely, definitely. No, I think, like I said, I got full confidence. I think the team has still full confidence in in everything we want to accomplish and what we want to do. We're playing again in front of our home fans, so
Yeah.
that's always great. So yeah, I think, like I said, I think it should be a good one.
Yeah, well, the good news is you've got 3 home games in a row, because I'll tell you,
Yeah,
next week in LA, that's going to be all Bears fans. And whether you want us happy or not, it depends on what you guys do on Sunday. But we'll be there. I mean, assuming Jeff gives me a ticket, I will be there. Like, you'll have to look me in the eye and face to face. But I feel, again, I don't know why, but I still feel confident that we can do some things. And I look at this
definitely,
matchup. I
definitely.
look at this matchup. We got the Raiders. We got this team. But in any event, I want to thank you so much for being here. It's always a joy to talk to you.
Definitely.
I wish Sunday had gone a little bit better, but I'm excited for you, and I'm excited to see you on the field more and more.
Yeah.
And again, there's no quarterback controversy, but remember,
None.
like Tyson, you guys were sitting on the plane next to each other. Like, remember, but no, it's okay. It's okay. But it's going to be a good week for us. We're going to come out with a victory. So I thank you for being here. So for Tyler, I'm Adam. We're going to beat the Raiders on Sunday. And until then, bear down.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast with Adam Rank on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.